Mari, and you're watching Through Hiking with Mari, Episode 2. Today we're going to be discussing permitting and route planning for your through hike. One of the best resources for permits is recreation.gov. You can find permits for routes starting in national forests that pass through many different national parks. This can be particularly useful when it is difficult to get a permit for a specific through hike. One strategy around this is to look for a wilderness permit for a trailhead that is not far off from where your desired through hike actually starts and is valid for a long enough time to complete your trek and exit at the end. For example, when you look here at Inyo National Forest wilderness permits, you can see that there are a variety of trailheads that could go through multiple national parks in California. So you can see that we pass, here's Yosemite Valley, Sierra National Forest, John Muir Wilderness, and Sequoia National Park. And there's all these different trailheads that have permits available for you to start a through hike. One thing to consider is that there is high demand, so these book out early, so make sure to be on top of when you book your permits. Yosemite National Park is one of the most famed national parks in all of California. In order to get Yosemite wilderness permits, you must make your reservations 168 days advance of the start date of your hike. So you can see here that this maps out very easily for you for when you want to start hiking and the day you should apply for your permit. So using the wilderness permit reservation tool on National Park Service is a great way to get Yosemite permits. Now I'd like to show you some resources to help with route planning. CalTopo is a great resource to plan out your trek and where you plan to be camping and picking up food throughout. For example, you can type in a potential campsite, such as Cathedral Lakes in Yosemite, and you can add a mark to show where you plan to be camping that night. So we'll label this campsite night 10. Now you can have that saved and plan your trip. Another really cool feature is that you can also plan to see changes in elevation of your mileage. So you can click here and draw along where you plan to be hiking for that day. And then you can look at the terrain statistics and see that throughout this hike you'll be gaining 144 feet of elevation. What a hard hike that day. And you're ranging from 9,308 feet to 9,435 feet. So you can use this tool to be able to map out your entire through hike and how many miles and elevation gain and loss you're going to be doing that day. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode on how to read a map and how to plan your route. Join me next week where we will be discussing ideal backpacking meals, how to pack a bear canister, and how you'll plan your through hike food pickup. See you then!